What's up, everybody? It's Eli back with Metaintro. Today we're going to be talking about the Chainlink Developer Bootcamp. Make sure you stay tuned for the end of the video where I leave my review on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's get into it. Before I talk about the Developer Bootcamps, I want to talk about what Chainlink is. So Chainlink is a decentralized Oracle network. And what an Oracle network is they are entities that connect the blockchain to the external world. So Chainlink allows Ethereum smart contracts to securely connect to external data sources, to APIs, to payment systems. It's basically how they allow you to use your real fiat money to pay with crypto quickly. Chainlink is also an open source platform, so anyone can access the coding and use it to benefit the entire blockchain ecosystem. Because of all these things, over $7 trillion has moved through the Chainlink platform as a result of this open source platform and this Oracle network that they've set up. That's a lot of money at stake, so let's talk about how you can get into this developer bootcamp and get yourself a little piece of that. First thing we're gonna do is take a peek at the Chainlink bootcamp platform itself. So let's head over to the computer and see what it's all about. When you get to the Chainlink bootcamp main webpage, this is what you're gonna see. You notice that there are 3 on-demand boot camps that you have access to. There's one about Solana blockchain developing, another about smart contract developing in general, which is mostly about Solidity, and then also how to connect them to real world data. So this is how you can actually kind of get connected to the Chainlink platform itself. And then one thing that I really love is that they have the same boot camp on demand also in Spanish. So it really provides a lot more accessibility to other people who might not be native English speakers. So I went ahead and signed up for the Solana Developer Bootcamp and also the Smart Contract Developer Bootcamp. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these up now. Here's the 2021 Smart Contract Developer Bootcamp. And really the biggest difference between this learning platform and a lot of others is that you watch this YouTube video and follow along. They have exercises that you can do. They have the actual slides within each day of the boot camp, just in case you need to reference that or go backwards. And then they also have solutions to some bonus exercises. So if I were to actually go at the top here, I have these exercises pulled up. So you can see that there are about 5 exercises for the day 1 of the developer boot camp. There's about 91 slides in this slideshow, so it's very comprehensive. And then there's about 5 bonus exercises as well included. The developer bootcamp is 2 days long. Looks like there's 2 separate paths that you can go, a hard hat or a brownie version, which probably indicates difficulty a little bit. And then also the Solana Blockchain Developer Bootcamp is set up in the same way, where there's a day 1, there's instructions on how to get things set up, they have the slides, exercises, and then they have a day 2, which this one has a feedback form as well. One of the things that's really cool about the developer bootcamps is that you actually get to interact, or not interact, I suppose, but you actually get to see somebody teaching your class, as opposed to when you are interacting with a lot of these other platforms, there's not an actual human being. And also too, on the Chainlink platform, they have a ton of social media platforms where you can go and get support, specifically in the Discord. The Discord itself has I think it was over 10,000 users. And so there's a lot of information that you can gather from that. I hope that gives you a better idea of what the Chainlink Developer Bootcamps look like and helps you make a better informed decision. As you can see, the Chainlink Developer Bootcamps are filled with a wealth of information. There's a ton of information on the exercise document. There's all those slides that you can reference. There's a real human that you can see teaching the course. They have a Discord server with a ton of people that you can go in and get a lot of help from as well. The main thing that stands out with Chainlink compared to the other platforms I've looked at so far is obviously that the way that the content is presented to you is via video. In the other platforms, there's usually some kind of instructional text, and then on the other side of the page, there's some kind of box that you can interact with, and then it'll actually tell you if you did the exercise correctly. In this case with Chainlink, the exercises are provided in a Google document, and it's not really clear how well you can actually check those documents. If you get stuck on the exercises, there's no way to check your work within the actual bootcamp itself. You'd have to go to the Discord and ask a question online. Whereas with some of these other platforms, if you make a mistake within their coding box, they can actually prompt you towards the solution and help you get there. With that being said, I'm sure that there's a wealth of information also on the Discord as well. So if you needed an answer to a question, it wouldn't be hard to find that answer. Probably my favorite thing about the Chainlink Bootcamp is that it's offered in another language. There are so many people around the world who aren't native English speakers, and I love that they make it accessible to Spanish speakers because there are so many people in this world that speak Spanish. The main ethos behind Web3 is decentralization, and I think that also really should include language as well. So expanding these instructional resources to languages outside of English is amazing. Like a lot of other instructional Web3 resources, Chainlink is completely free. So if you want to just try to get a little bit of experience in smart contract development, just kind of dabble a little bit, this is going to be the perfect thing for you. As far as my overall review goes, Chainlink is an excellent platform. It's a great way for you to get some experience with smart contract development. It's a very well-established brand in the community. It's got some good resources as far as like the exercises that they have, a wealth of information on the slideshow. I will say though that as far as being able to, troubleshoot, it might be a little bit difficult there just because you can't actually check your work within the Google Documents for the exercises. And also too, the content is delivered to you via video. So some people might not really connect with that kind of visual way of learning as well. If I were to give Chainlink an overall score, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. The reason being is because they have so much information in their videos. They have all these exercises. They have bonus exercises that you can do. They also have an entire course in Spanish, which makes it accessible to an entire population of people that might not have been able to access it before. The downfalls might be that the content is delivered in a video form. That might not be something that you might be comfortable with, like listening to audio, listening to an audio instructor explain things. But I also think that at the same time, they have a really active Discord community where if you really needed to get some questions answered, you could go there and get that knowledge very quickly. Hope you all enjoyed this video about the Chainlink Developer Bootcamps. My name is Eli. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can at Lockfryer. You can also follow Metaintro on YouTube at Metaintro. See you in the next one.